Hey yo, what up, fans of the sport? How y'all feeling? This is Lamech here with selahsportsTV. Gonna come at you with a quick video. I'm gonna try to make it as fast as possible. Even though it kind of does, it will be a little bit deeper material here. I want to talk to a lot of you fellas about being a man. Okay, I want to just say a few quick things in regards to being a man, and in particular being a man in this era, social media and everything. Things are constantly changing, right? And it's important for a man to not lose himself, but still adapt to what's going on so that you can properly attack life. You know what I mean? So, what am I seeing? What caused the necessity for this video? I'm just seeing a lot of grown men, a lot of men that I respect, just saying and doing a little bit too much out here. You're putting out lots of energy toward things or people that you will never be able to change their mind. They've made their decision. They've made their mind on where they're going. So, like, to expend energy, put any energy is too much energy. Once a person, what they stand for, once they what they're about, you can pretty much bank on that. It's nothing to you're not gonna convince them otherwise. And I'm gonna get into directly what I'm saying, but I'm just trying to set this thing up properly. It's very hard for a lot of men to resist the temptation of being a fucking fanboy. I see it all the time, and I don't mean fanboy like, oh, I'm a fan of this guy. Like, to me, being a stan or a negative fan, like, you're still a fanboy. Like, what do I mean? Like, we know what a fanboy is. Somebody who, you agree with everything somebody says. Like, they can't do any wrong. You're basically worshiping this person. That's kind of a negative fanboy. Would be, it's the opposite. Like, you really don't like this person, so in turn, like, everything they say, you have a way of hating it. Everything they do, you have some way of being triggered by it or hating it. Like, most of y'all are stands of Donald Trump for whatever reason, because the media told you to. But that's why you didn't hate his guts when he was The Apprentice. Like, you didn't have any you might not have watched the show. I didn't watch the show. I didn't watch The Apprentice. Didn't know much about it. Didn't really care. I don't watch TV, right? Just like a lot of you guys didn't really care about The Apprentice. You didn't see him as any grave threat, anything like that. But once he ran for president, you were told to act out and get triggered, and, you became stans of this guy. Now everything he says is wrong. Everything he does is wrong, right? And I'm here to tell you why that's feminine bitch behavior. I know a lot of you guys, all of you guys, have been in relationships, and the relationship doesn't always work out, right? I mean, shit happens. But during the relationship, you could be with this person, and, like, everything you're saying to her, like, she believes it, and she knows that your heart is in the right place, and she loves how you think, right? That's how it is when you guys are together. The day you guys break up, you know what I'm talking about. The day you guys break up, now you're the same guy, but now everything you say is wrong. Everything you do has, like, fucked up intentions on it. You're like this big bad wolf coming to blow a house down and shit. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm saying the same thing from you guys on YouTube. I mean, it sounds funny, but like a lot of you dudes are doing the same shit. You know, here's a concept. Just because you like somebody, liking is a emotion, right? So that's fine. I mean, we all have emotions for a reason. Like somebody, you like somebody, all right? Just because you like somebody or something, it doesn't make everything they do or say right. Just because you like somebody doesn't mean you have to agree with everything they fucking say. That's not manly. It's not manly for men to just be 100% in lockstep and agree with each other. It's not natural, like for us to do that, for us to move that way. That's extremely whatever. That's extremely beta, okay? But the same is also true in reverse. Like just because you dislike somebody, it's not gonna make them wrong about every single thing. It's not gonna make them wrong about everything. It's just not. Like, your emotions don't have that much power. Like, your emotions don't have the power to make somebody right or wrong. Right? Only they can do that. They're either gonna be right, and even right and wrong is relative. I hope I'm not, like, I know you guys can get this, okay? Basically, we're putting emotions on things that really don't need emotions. And is adding an extra layer of, like, is basically creating a barrier. Your emotions are creating a barrier. Like, when you put your likes or dislikes above the facts, that you have to know that you're not being a man at that point. Now, I'm not vilifying the action, because we actually need to hear certain things from women. We need to hear that, like, how women feel, in order, our women, not everybody else's women. Like, if you're somebody else's woman, I don't really care about your opinion. It really makes no difference to me. I don't care how that sounds. Like, I only care about women that's attached to me. Like, if you're not attached to me, like, you really, who cares what you think, right? And you should think the same way about, like, care about what your man thinks. You shouldn't even care. Like, why are you concerned with what I'm saying? Right? Go talk to your man. But as for you guys, like, when you put your emotions over everything like that, you're basically on the path to acting like a bitch, okay? And it really, it's not so much that it hurts anybody else, it hurts you. It keeps you away from truth. You've steered yourself away from truth, all based off of your emotion, right? That's happening a lot on YouTube. Oh man, I like this guy, but then he went and he did this. He was talking to him, so now I don't like him. It's like this lunch table type atmosphere. Oh, he sits at that table, at that lunch table. So now look, I just don't get how grown men out here still being ruled over by their emotions. You know, it's just not a good look. And the reason why it's not a good look is because it's not good. You know, it's not about the look. The shit ain't good. Like, women and kids, like, you can't be trusted if you're gonna move like that. Like, women know how they are, so they know that they're gonna be emotional and all that. They're depending on us to be fucking men. You know what I mean? Well, pause. Not to be. I gotta watch the way I say that. They depend on us to be men. Okay? They depend on us to be men. They're fucking depending on us to be men. How about that? Jeez. So, I saw a brother, this brother, he basically co-signs everything Kwame Brown says, right? And that's fine. Like, if you really agree with this guy like that, I agree with most things Kwame Brown says too. Okay? I can say that too. Like, most of the things Kwame Brown says, I agree with. Like, very few times he says something that, so few that I don't even feel the need to try to remember what it was that I disagree with. That's how few times I've disagreed with him. So I agree with this guy, right? But this other brother, he really, really agrees with everything, right? But Kwame Brown did something pretty powerful a couple weeks ago. He went on Jason Whitlock's show, and he spoke to a lot of the issues that he speaks about on Jason Whitlock's show. I thought that was an excellent move. Clearly, Jason Whitlock and Kwame Brown are not one and the same, but they did have some things in common. That's man shit right there. That's man shit. Hey, bro, like, as long as our end games match up, as long as we want the same things, we want strong men, we want strong black men, we want a strong country, we want our families to be strong. Like, if we can align there, like, we can kind of work past a lot of the dumb shit, like your tactics or ways. Like, we can, like, I'm not gonna let something like that get in the way, right? But what did I hear from guys who claim to support Kwame Brown, right? But as soon as he goes on Jason Whitlock's show, oh, I'm not watching it. I'm not gonna watch. I don't like Jason Whitlock, so I'm not gonna watch it. Kwame Brown, if you watching this, bro, like, be careful, man. Like, that type of shit, it's not a big deal, but it is something. It's something to that. That's not cool. Like, these brothers support everything you do until you talk to another black man that they don't like. That shit is weak. That shit is weak. Like, that interview was excellent. But these brothers' feelings won't even allow them to watch it. Their feelings. Right? Like, they watch all types of fuckery, but they can't watch a Jason Whitlock and Kwame Brown interview. You know, and I'm just using that for an example. That ain't the extent of it, but I did want to use that as an example. Am I saying that we shouldn't have boundaries? No, I'm not saying that. We should absolutely have boundaries. It's not gonna all be kumbaya. We're not gonna all get along. We're not. Like, some of these big YouTubers on here. Yeah, some of these big YouTubers on here, I will never have a conversation with. Right? I'll never engage in any type of conversation with them, because I already know their intent is not the same as mine. Like, their intent might be clicks or views or controversy or this thing or that thing, which is fine. I don't feel the need to talk bad about them. You know what I mean? Like, we have to give each other the freedom to be ourselves. Like, what I will say is that those ideals don't match up with mine, so I stay over here. Now, hypothetically, because my channel is very, very small, so, you know, I just got out of Facebook jail for 30 days, so I haven't even been able to promote this thing on Facebook, Instagram, or anything. But let's say this channel grows and somebody starts talking shit about me. Like, okay, they talk shit about me. No problem. No problem. What I'm not gonna do is turn my masculine platform where we talk about issues, we talk about sports, or we talk about business, or we talk about, something that's actually going on and what could be done about it. We talk about solutions, and jump into he said this and he said that and he did. I'm not going to do that. Basically turn myself into a bitch like them. I'm not going to do that. No matter what they say. No matter what they say. Now, is that me turning the other cheek? No, because I don't turn the other cheek. I don't believe in turning the other cheek. The scripture that I follow says eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. It doesn't say eye for eye. That's some new stuff. That's that new stuff, right? I don't go by the eye for eye thing. So, David can only tolerate so much disrespect. And once that limit was reached, he didn't say, all right, well, now I'm going to Goliath, now I'm going to start talking shit about you and your guy. No, the time for talking is over. Ain't no more time for talk. I'm trying to speak around the algorithm. Basically, if it's a thing, if it's a real problem, we can set up a meeting, right? We set up a meeting. That's the man thing to do. Set up a meeting. But all this going back and forth shit, that's not that's not the way. Sometimes you gotta let these weak motherfuckers talk. Let them do their worst. Because they don't even know they bringing themselves down. They're not doing nothing to nobody. All they doing is running their mouth, making themselves look stupid. That's it. Which YouTubers out here are about doing good work, doing positive, saying the right things, doing the right things out here, setting up programs and, trying to help people make money and build their portfolios. We know those YouTubers, and we know the ones who basically want to, it's about them. They want to get big and they want to get a name and they'll do anything it takes to get there. We know those guys. It's not about making one seem better than the other. It is what it is, right? But all that, all the bitch assness, let's focus on the issues. Men, whether you like somebody or not, that should never come up. We should almost be so stoic that, hey, nobody knows how we feel about these people, good or bad. Because we're just talking about the issues. I support this issue. I support him on this. I support him on this. We don't have to get into, I like him, and I like him, and I don't like her, and I don't like him. And all that emotional based shit. Because and not liking, that shit can change overnight. How do you feel about the issues, though? The issues, the policies, the programs, the money. Are you following the money? Are you watching the ball? Or are you just looking at this person? Oh, I don't like them now. So that shit is, it goes nowhere. So, yeah, I'm just pretty disturbing. It's pretty disturbing to see this shit. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this now. I gotta get in here and try to flip these coins and make some coin. Peace.